Décryptage de Royal FM, la radio des auditeurs.
The 6 a.m.
with Abel Bela Samari.
It is Friday. Good morning, good people. Welcome to Royal Morning News over Royal 88.4 FM. Alit Story. 7 political parties in Cameroon joined forces to bring changes in the electoral code.
Shall do the electoral code because government has failed in revising the electoral code. We now have to show them what to revise.
Stay tuned for this and more in this edition of Royal Morning News. Good morning once again. My name is Abel Bela Samari. We open our news this morning with our news of the day to tell you that today, Friday, April the 2nd, 2021 is Good Friday, a significant feast celebrated by Christians across the world with great humility and reverence. The day is remembered when the Son of God was crucified and buried. Jesus Christ later rose again 3 days later. But what is the significance of this Good Friday? Reverend Dr. Shalaman Ditamin is the executive president of the Cameroon Baptist Convention.
That's interesting indeed, that it was a day that blood was shed. It was a day of murder. It was a day of assassination, if you like. And interestingly and paradoxically, it is called good. Of course, as we know, Good Friday is observed before Easter. It is the day when Christians commemorate Jesus Christ's crucifixion on the cross at Calvary. It is observed by Christians as a day of grief and fasting, as a day of penance, if you like. And Good Friday also marks the end of 40-day period of fasting for Christians, which generally in the jargons of Christianity we call the Lent. Good Friday is good because Jesus Christ showed his great love for mankind and purchased for mankind every blessing that we are due. That is why, paradoxically, it is called good. Good because Jesus Christ redeemed us. God showed his love for humankind by releasing and letting go his only begotten Son to die on the cross to redeem us and to bestow upon mankind every good blessing that we can think or imagine of. If what happened on Good Friday did not happen, our story would have been
Reverend Dr. Shalaman Ditamin speaking there. I will take you over to the Unity Palace to say President Paul Biya has granted an audience to the outgoing British High Commissioner to Cameroon, Radwan Jones Laxton. During the Unity Palace meeting, the British High Commissioner was decorated with the Medal of Grand Officer of the National Order of Valor. Let's listen to the British High Commissioner as he talks on cooperation ties between Cameroon and the Great Britain.
In general, we've made progress on bilateral relations. I'm happy that we are working together in the far north to bear down on Islamic extremism. Confident that with commitment and time and resources, also that the head of state and his government will find a way to resolve the problems in the northwest and southwest. On the economic front, there's the partnership agreement before the National Assembly and the Senate. We've seen a number of British companies who are very keen to enter the market here and to support the head of state's vision for an emerging country by 2035.
You are listening to Royal Morning News coming to you from Royal 88.4 FM. On to something else, the minister delegates had the presidency in charge of defense. Joseph Beti Asomo has refuted claims that the war against Boko Haram in the far north region of Cameroon has been abandoned. The defense boss was speaking at the National Assembly as he answered questions from MPs on related issues.
One of the representatives of the media, precisely Samuel Wazizi, the reporter, was first of all declared missing in August 2019 and subsequently declared dead through an official announcement by the Minister of Defense. Almost a year later, another reporter, Njuka Kingsley, has been remanded in custody for some months now. Mr. Minister, I do not want to think that the protection of human rights and in particular the rights of media professionals have deteriorated in Cameroon in general and in the northwest and southwest regions in particular.
Responding to this question of Honorable Fongang Pudensa, Minister Joseph Beti Asomo says,
Kingsley Fomuyi Njoka case was arrested for acts of secession and complicity with an armed gang as provided for and punished by the penal code. The judicial investigation in this case is ongoing. In view of the gravity of the charges levied against him, his continued detention remains necessary for establishing the truth.
Honorable Kum John, on his part, took the Minister of Public Service and Administrative Reform hostage to find out the recruitment of 1,000 bilingual Cameroonians.
The Public Service in December 2017 shortlisted some 1,000 young bilingual certificate holders for recruitment following instructions from the head of state. These 1,000 applicants deposited documents for absorption and their names forwarded to the Ministry of Secondary Education for deployment. What is the exact number of bilingual teachers that have been attributed service numbers within this framework?
Joseph Lee, in response, had this to say.
Out of the 1,000 candidates selected, 80% originated from the Northwest and Southwest regions and 20% from the 8 other regions of our country.
Like I said in that late story, 7 political parties have come together to seek common grounds on how to better the electoral code of Cameroon. The 7 political parties include the UMS of Pierre Kwamo, SDF party represented by Joshua Osi, the USDP of Prince Ekoso, PCRN of Cabral Libi, MRC party of Maurice Kamto, UDC party of Taimaimu Ndamjoya, and the MP party of Dumpan Hile. I caught up with the Secretary General of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement Party, Barrister Don Christopher, after that signing to find out the significance of this come together. He begins by describing the situation.
There are security challenges that affect us on a shared basis.
It is not a coalition. It is a coming together of political party leaders who very concerned on a topical issue that actually is the center problem of the socio-political situation of the country. I want to inform you to note that UNDP was supposed to be there, but they didn't come on time. FNC was supposed to be there, they didn't come on time. So we are extending this call to other political parties for the next available meeting. We saw ourselves gathered at 2 p.m. this afternoon to read the communique, and the sous-prefect for Yaounde 1 entered with gendarmes and police and decided to stop us, that they want to know the legal disposition we took in order to start the meeting. When they did that, after which the meeting met all over again and the declaration was read.
I want to find out, how would this coming together of the political party help in the improvement of the electoral code?
Yes, it's a very good question, Mr. Bela Samari. We shall do the electoral code because government has failed in revising the electoral code. We now have to show them what to revise. And our discussion went on 2 fronts. There will be an alternative electoral code complete that we shall do. Secondly, we shall revising certain provisions of the existing code, that is the code that government has. Certain provisions which are not good, which lack democratic blessing, we will adjust it and then give them a proposal for them to amend it.
We'll take you out of the country where about 1,200 people displaced by last week attack on militant Islamic on the northern Mozambican town of Palma have disembarked on the city of Pembe. They were transported to Pembe on a boat chartered by the French oil and energy company. The displaced people, mostly women, children, and the elderly, arrived on this week for security protection. And equally in sports, just to add that the 2021 African Handball Championship, the draws have been made in Yaounde, and details of this will be yours at 7 a.m. in our sports page, and more newscasts will be yours at 8 a.m. in the French language. 12 noon it will be Le Grand Journal. At 2 p.m. will be English News Magazine. 6 p.m. Royal Soir, a bilingual version. The team keeping you company this morning is made up of Carol Production to Wisa Copyright Clark, Solomon Sana is our sound engineer. Alain Kweka, my video editor on our Facebook page, YFM Cameroun. The news was produced by Susan Nayonge with editorial coaching coming from Japasi Atala. Coordination was done by our own station manager, Bertrand Uwona. General supervision was ensured by Reverend Pastor Emmanuel Nobisai. For presentation, my name is Abel Bela Samari. It has been a pleasure working with you for this month. Meet a new team as of Monday. But however, Bills The Rock is here with me this morning for Royal Matina. Good morning to you, Bills The Rock.
Bonjour Abel Bela, très heureux n'est-ce pas de vous retrouver dans ce dernier jour évidemment n'est-ce pas de la semaine, ça il faut le dire, pour la dernière édition pardon évidemment n'est-ce pas de la semaine, ça il faut le préciser. Et donc oui je me suis très bien réveillé ce matin, bon ben voilà il y a de la lumière, il y a de l'eau, donc je pense que bon ben pour le moment tout va bien.
Tout va bien.
Oui.
So what are we going to be discussing today? Today is Friday, the beginning of weekend, Good Friday. There's a lot of festivities. Likewise, I know there will be interesting music. But what are our talking points?
On est tombé d'accord avec les auditeurs que tous les vendredis, on va se mettre dans la peau d'une personnalité de ce pays.
Ouais.
Vous savez, des personnes qui décident très souvent ont du mal aujourd'hui à prendre de bonnes décisions. Et donc, je pense que bon ben les interventions des uns et des autres sur des sujets brûlants peuvent leur permettre justement, n'est-ce pas, de voilà. Et puis de l'autre côté, je pense que pour nous qui sont plutôt en retrait et qui regardons les choses se faire, on se dit parfois que c'est très facile. Pourtant, prendre une décision forte à l'endroit d'une population, parfois, ça relève pratiquement, n'est-ce pas, j'ai envie de dire, de l'or. Et donc, du coup, ce matin, nous allons nous mettre dans la peau du ministre des Sports. On va revenir sur l'histoire, FECA Foot LFPC. Si vous étiez à la place du ministre des Sports, qu'est-ce que vous auriez pris comme décision?
I should give you my opinion.
Ben, avec plaisir.
Okay, do you know the first thing I would do is that I would write on behalf of the government, I would write to FIFA to withdraw Cameroun membership to that organization, put all the two teams on table, discuss with them. When I arrange our football, I regain my membership back.
Oh ben dis donc, ça aurait été super, mais seulement c'est en politique qu'on peut faire ça.
Listeners, stay blessed and happy week and Good Friday to you all.
Ensemble, oui la main dans la main. Je suis